And we're live, baby. Best Ball Barbecue, day number 18, consecutive stream, consecutive draft. And I haven't been excited for a stream like this one in a while. Gonna just old friends reconnecting. It's just such a wild coincidence how this is all going to transpire. But I'm joined by Lucas Wencl. We'll be doing a Best Ball Mania 5 team, so that's going to be exciting. Excited to hear his thoughts, and maybe we'll even rehash some old stories from memory lane, because that's definitely something I want to do. But before we do that, before we do any drafting, before any stories can be exchanged, we have one thing to do first. You know what that is. Let's hit, my voice cracked, the intro.
Everything to start. Let's go. Look around. Let's go.
Hey, there we go, man. We are live, joined by Lucas Wencl. We're going to do a BBM stream. Lucas, how are we doing, baby? You live right down the road. We should have just did an IRL stream for this fucking thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want? I can jog over by the time this draft probably starts. If you want me to jog over quick, I'll be there in 5.
There we go. So yeah, we're gonna just you cool with one team drafting kind of thing. We'll kind of just draft one together. All right, let's hop in here. Best Ball Mania 5. I believe this is my 13th BBM. Yeah, let me double check. Oh no, this is my 14th BBM stream. So I've been trying to slow down a little bit. At 13, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna be able to max it. So I don't know. We'll figure that out along the way. But I actually just watched your. I want to get I saw some. I obviously subscribed to the Fantasy Football Fellas, like all of you should do. That link is down in the description as well. So go give them a sub. Show them some love. But I saw you did a YouTube video breaking down your 7 or 8 like favorite values in Best Ball Mania right now. So that one dude who you like, who I have a historic hater of, Christian Watson.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all for that.
I know I can't get on board, man. So. We're drafted at the 105 today, so excited about that. I'm gonna see if I know anybody in here. There's any names that you recognize in here? Shout it out, but I don't see anybody that I recognize in this draft today. So
no, not that I can see. I drafted with Davis Maddock this morning. I was on. I think I cranked out a BBM 5 at like 7:30 this morning, and Davis was in there sniping me left and right. So that was a heck of a time, but.
Bindle said, Christian Watson, you mean young Will Fuller.
It's exactly what we mean. Yes, that's 100% it.
Christian Watson's probably
21 week and 4 the next week. I don't care. I'd get in my best ball lineup for 1 week.
Christian Watson's got to be like 30 pounds heavier than prime Will Fuller too, right? Like Christian Watson,
he might be. Watson's a big dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, 105 here. I feel like I ask the same questions every time I have somebody new on the stream, but there's this receiver tier where it's kind of a who do you like with CD, Tyreek, Chase, and Jefferson. I feel like it's those 4. You can say Brown, maybe you like Brown more than one of those guys, but it's usually these 4 for me. Which do you have a guy that you have a hard stance on between Hill, Jefferson, and Brown?
I'm pretty much always going to go Tyreek first and then CD Lamb. You could talk me in either way than between. I mean, Jamar Chase is already off the board, but you could talk me into either Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson then. And I think you and I both know the Kevin O'Connell system is going to get Jefferson the football. Like, I am not concerned about who his quarterback is. Nick Mullins was thrown for 400 yards, 350 yards last year. Like, I don't care who our quarterback is. Justin Jefferson is going to get the football. That's how this offense works.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir, man. I'm not a Vikings fan, but I live in Minnesota, so I hear all this stuff. I'm in like my main football group chat. It's all Vikings fans, so it's like I hear everything, I see everything. So I totally 100% agree with you. Every time we draft Jefferson, it's that exact thing that you just said. So I don't even have to dive into it further. But yeah, man, I don't know. Justin Jefferson just. I'm like the 105. It just feels like you could have got Justin Jefferson the 105 last year. Like you'd be going crazy about it. And this year it's like, maybe like he'll fall like the 1-8 sometimes. Like it's just like if you get in the right room. I don't know.
Yeah, I get if you want to be a little bit different and go running back, before an Amon-Ra. I get it. But for Justin Jefferson, for a guy who's going to command 170 targets, I don't see how that's logical.
Yeah, 100%. Let's see here. Bijan going 8. Yeah, it feels like a pretty chalk room so far. I saw somebody get Puka and who was it? I think it was Puka and Garrett Wilson in a BBM. I was jealous of that star. I definitely have one of those in the big board, but I don't know about this. How into the best ball Mania streets or like just best ball streets are you in general? Like, did you max the big board or like how deep in the streets are you?
I got into the big board pretty late. I think I only cranked out like a dozen big boards, but I'm already, I think, 10 into Best Ball Mania 5 here with a few Chihuahuas and puppies under my belt too. So once the NFL draft is finished, I've definitely dove a lot deeper into the streets. I will say every time I've been drafting a ton at like 10, 11, 12 recently, and I am on my hands and knees praying every single time I get Puka Nacua to fall to me, and I can't, because I want to go Puka Marv on the turn. And I so badly want to target that Cardinals Rams week 17 stack, just like everybody else and their mother wants to. But of course, you got to basically get the 111 because Marv barely makes it past, the third pick in the second round too.
100%. I want to hit some comments real quick. We got Adam in here. I said Ola, and then I don't know what this is. I don't know. I'm not a big Spanish. Do you know what S? Do you know what that means? Do we get a translation on that? Are you sure? Are you a Spanish guy?
So I'm no help.
Yeah, there we go. Neither am I. So we'll see. Tyler has traps like he's built to run through. Well, I appreciate that, Al Boogie. I 100% appreciate that. Well, catch me at the local Anytime Fitness. Maybe we'll boulder shoulders, baby.
There we go.
That rock formation on my back. Never mind. Henry's in here. What's going on? Thank you, dude. I hope I get some fat stacks too. Tyler, I love
Tyler. What's up, buddy?
Awesome name, right? Okay, we're on the clock here. Let's see. It just feels like no falling value at all. I would love JT there, but Devontae, just pick a guy, dude. I don't even care, like, because I've drafted JJ so much, so I've taken him with pretty much everyone in this range. Do you have a lean on anybody like?
I have a lean on the Houston guys just because I believe in that offense the most out of this range. So
you like
go Nico because I've drafted less of Nico, so I'd like to see what a team looks like when I actually build around a Nico Jefferson start.
I think I have as well. Yeah, I don't draft a lot of Nico. I like taking Dell because he costs like a full round lower in price. So I like drafting Dell 100%.
Right. If I'm targeting that CJ Stroud Texan stack of some variety, I'm almost going Stroud and Dell because they're going right in that same range. And Chris Olave is on the board still. I really like him at that spot, but again, not a guy who we typically see fall to the end of the second round.
Yeah, Olave went up. He was a riser from the NFL draft because I think everyone assumed they might draft somebody because all they had was Shaheed. They got rid of Michael Thomas, so now I don't think I've seen. Maybe you can argue the Buccaneers a little bit, but even to a degree, they added Bucky Irving. Like the Saints' offense is almost the exact same on paper as it was last year. Like it's the same guys. It's still Kamara. It's Olave. Yeah, they lose Michael Thomas, but like this, it's still like it's the same guys. It's the different OC, but the same like talent on the roster.
Which is what I'm most excited for because you get Clint Kubiak coming over from San Fran. You're going to get a lot more motion out of this offense, which is going to free up Olave so much more. I think people are I don't think they're necessarily scratching their head at Olave at 12, but again, it's that second round where you're like, is anybody really worth this second round pick that I'm about to make? But I think I'm kind of against the edge there, against the consensus on that, where I actually really like Olave, in the mid second round.
Yeah, I'll definitely take some shares of Olave. We know the talent's there. It's just we need to see it kind of get put together. It's kind of like the London thing, where like everyone's projected, and he's a lot more expensive than Olave, but like London's just a guy where like we've seen the talent, but like we haven't seen him have that breakout. Like everyone's predicting the breakout season, so that's why some people are a little sour on his price because it's like he pretty much has to hit like his 90th percentile outcome for him to deliver back on that price, but which he very well could. Which is why some people do really like him because you make the comparisons with the Rams offense, good quarterback up. I mean, unreal quarterback upgrade. So there's that with it too. Yeah, are you a big Bo Nix guy?
No, Cameron's just giving me crap. The only reason why I'm a big Bo Nix guy is because I took him in our dynasty startup because I desperately needed a quarterback 3 in our super flex league.
At what pick? At what pick though?
204. I think I got him.
Oh my god,
it was a massive. I know. I couldn't resist it.
Yeah, no, you got to do that, man. I thought you were going to say, like, if you said anything like 110, 111 and like back, I was going to say that's a good pick. But 204 is like, oh my God. I mean, starting quarterbers are hard to find. I pissed this person took Diggs.
I was going to say, as soon as I saw the clock ticking down, it was an auto pick. I knew it was going to be Diggs.
Okay, Houston, Detroit. We could go Laporta for the. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. Houston plays Baltimore. Yes, we could go Derrick Henry here for a little week 17.
I don't mind that. I've got quite a bit of Derrick Henry. I sneaky love Derrick Henry or DK Metcalf would be my two options. I see you hovering around DK there.
I'm
happy with either.
I keep taking DK. We took DK yesterday, I believe, with the dog pound. So I love DK. I just, like I said, Seattle is an offense that I want to have a ton of across all contests, just because I love the OC hire. I think it's going to truly kind of, open up that offense a little bit more passing volume, less 12 bullshit ass personnel that Pete Carroll liked to run for 10 years. So I'm more excited about the 11, the Seattle's going to come to like the modern age of NFL offenses and, actually run like what is successful in the league. So I'm excited about that. My mother says hi also too. So,
hey, Michelle, long time no chat. I think,
dude, okay, I was
your
thinking
dad
about
just followed me on Twitter too today.
Oh, love to see it. When is the last time we saw each other in person? Because I honestly don't know when it was. I think it was.
I was thinking about this too when when you talked about hitting dingers off. I'll bring it up because you're too nice to, but I'll bring it up. When you brought that up, I was thinking about that. I'm like, dang, when was the last time we actually connected? I mean, it had to have been at least 12 years ago. At least
12 years. At least. So it's crazy.
Which is crazy.
And I was being totally modest, not being modest. I was totally joking around too, because like you were definitely. I mean, for those of you who don't know, this kid went to the Little League World Series, so there's that as well, where like he was definitely hitting dingers off all of us. Because are you the last? Because I mean, I don't know. I'm not really informed. I don't even know if you know the answer. Are you the last Minnesota team to go to the Little League World Series? Because I feel like you might be, because we don't have a lot of baseball teams that go there.
There was a Coon Rapids team in 2018.
Okay.
I went.
Okay.
I know it was a Coon Rapids team, though. That's all I know.
You're definitely part of a select few, though.
Yeah, bingo. Part of part of a select few. That is for sure.
Yeah, I just remember that being a big deal. So that was fun.
Heck of a time. Peaked at 12 years old. No big deal.
I would say you peak. Look, you're on a stream with me.
Yeah, there we go. Good answer.
Exactly.
Good answer.
There we go. Henry said Henry. So I mean, that makes sense right there. Yeah, Tyson said DK Allen. I like drafting Josh Allen too, dude. When you can get Josh Allen at the end of the third, because like my thesis, I should say, I don't know if that's the right word, but when you can get Josh Allen at the end of the third, when he was going mid-second last year and he paid off his price, like he did what he was supposed to do last year. Now you argue that he could be running even more. I would even go to argue that the weapons that he has is better all around weapons. Yes, he lost Diggs, but you look at I think Curtis Samuel is better than what Khalil Shakir was last year. And Khalil Shakir is still there, but you have Keon Coleman, you have Curtis, you have Dalton Kincaid, who's in year 2 of being, hopefully like a breakout tight end. At least we're drafting to be that way. He's like the tight end 4 right now and on Underdog. So I think you can argue that yes, you lose Diggs, but even toward the end of the year, Diggs wasn't doing that much and he still paid off that price. So I don't get the discount on Josh Allen, but I'm going to scoop it up every time.
I'm trying to figure out. I've been really thinking about this. Yeah, Cameron. Of course, Cameron thinks I peaked at 12. That's he peaked at 11. So suck that, Cameron. I've been trying to figure that out. I can't figure out if it's the quarterbacks being pushed down because the wide receivers are being pushed up, or if too many people got burned by drafting quarterback early last year, so it's adjusting. The answer is probably yes, but yeah, Josh Allen is a guy. Especially if I get, a Garrett Wilson start, I love targeting him at the end of the third round. There you go for a little bit. It's not the best week 17 stack, but if you're looking to correlate games, a divisional matchup with playoff intentions on the line, that's what I'm absolutely targeting.
Oh my God, we get sniped again.
Oh,
totally would have drafted Henry. What did they get in?
Oh,
12 picks past ADP. That's tough. Okay,
chump.
Let's see here. Oh, we could go Houston, obviously.
I'm kind of, do you want to kick the can on run it? We'll go anti whatever LD's doing here.
You like Pacheco, or do you like one of these guys down here?
Let's go Pacheco. I'm a fan. I'm a Pacheco guy.
Let's do it. I don't draft a lot of Pacheco, so I'm down. And it's not even just because I just like the dudes in this range. Like you can get your elite quarterback, you can go elite tight end. So I just kind of like drafting the dudes in that range. So I'm fine with going Pacheco here. KC plays Pittsburgh week 17, so
correct.
Keep that in mind.
And that's one where if KC gets up, we're gonna have a pretty big Pacheco week there.
Peaking at 11 is crazy.
Yeah, let's get the chat turning against Cameron. That would make my night.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's put you on the spot. Which one of your co-hosts is your least favorite?
Oh gosh, Cameron, he's abandoned us for the last 2 weeks while he decided to do adult things and buy a house and move from Florida.
Oh my God, that's just,
heck of a guy, just leaving us out to dry.
That's unbelievable, man. That's unbelievable.
It's funny because I know he would say the same thing about me just because I said it about him. So
yeah, it's Lamar tank there for me. Yeah, we kicked the can on the Houston thing. Maybe Lamar was the move. If Andrews falls, I mean, this draft it took Lamar. I wonder if they're definitely going to take Andrews in front.
They're going to look at Andrews on the way back. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not fine there. I would love to get maybe a little Mahomes if he fell.
Yeah, I would be all for that because I think you could even, I guess, you might get an Xavier Worthy, Marquise Brown to slide back with our next pick then.
In worst case scenario, I think Rashee Rice would fall to the next pick because he's 100%. Going later than ever. I think that if you're going to draft any Rashee Rice, I think now is the time to do it. I don't see his value getting any lower, and it's just like he's only going to go up from here. I am curious though when the suspension drops and what that looks like is a question. But like if it's, let's say it's 4 to 6 games, somewhere in that range. Do you think he just like falls when it gets announced no matter what? Or do you think he kind of stays in that same range? Or do you think people will be happy that it's only 4 to 6? I don't even know what people are expecting. I don't even know what I'm expecting, to be honest.
I mean, maybe it's just because I'm a natural pessimist. I'm just expecting half the season. I'm expecting 10 games, depending on how, 2 weeks ago, the whole nightclub thing pans out.
Dude, come on.
We just take the stack and get it over with.
You just go Stroud here?
I think it's either and Mark Andrews isn't there. I would go Stroud with the stack, even though I love Anthony Richardson here.
Yeah, I saw him in your video. They play Indy plays Giants week 17.
I don't know if we got enough
let's just go Stroud, man.
Get the stack, get it done with.
Yeah, that's fine. Dang, I can't believe this draft took 2 quarterbacks. KC.
Did he already take 2? Oh my God.
Yeah, 2 naked quarterbacks. That's unfortunate.
I feel like this is an interesting lobby thus far. I mean, I get it. At least there's one team in almost every lobby where you're like, don't understand it. But this one, where you got 3 running backs off rip, you got double elite quarterbacks that are both naked, and here we are. All we're trying to do is get a stupid correlation, increase our exposure.
Yeah, I don't even hate the team. I just like
no, I don't either. I love the team.
It's just like we could have had some other like avenues. We could have like the Diggs would have been nice with the Stroud right here,
right?
So I don't know. Just what can you do?
Right.
What can you do? I've gotten lucky with some good lobbies on BBM where like there was one lobby I said like fault like 15 plus rounds of ADP value on like 3 consecutive receivers. Like it just I've been lucky with some lobbies. So especially like that. I don't know if you saw the wing stream that I did, but I got really lucky in that lobby. I loved that team that I built. So that was awesome.
I think that's the thing that I'm continuously learning every year as I do these drafts. I don't think you can never do too many. Like if you're like, I don't know, I've drafted like 15 teams. Am I doing too much? No, you can't, because one of the times you're going to strike gold in one of these lobbies and the board is going to fall to you perfectly. Yeah. And that's the beauty of best ball. With redraft, you got to get 12 guys who are all into it together and we're taking it seriously. But when $1.5 million is on the line, you got guys who are drafting seriously every time. And all you got to do is, for a puppy, in this case, BBM, it's 25, but even for a puppy, $5, just draft away, draft to your heart's desire.
I've said this on stream before, but I truly think, I swear to God, when I draft like 9:30 p.m., 10 p.m. or later, I get just like, there's crazy lobbies. And I feel like it's every single time I do it. It's like, dudes just like fall. Like you'll get like those, like Derrick Henry, you'll get like around after ADP, or like you'll get some quarterback like Josh Allen will fall a full 12 picks. Like I swear to God, drafting at night and late at night is plus EV. I can't describe it, but it's 100% facts. It's what I've been in too many late lobbies where I've been like, these are like my favorite teams ever, because I'll just scoop up this value, and it's proven by science. I know that for sure. Also, too, I'm very jealous of your Underdog fantasy sign behind you. That's freaking sick.
Yeah, shout out to our friends at Underdog. So the fellas, we have we're on the clock here. We can talk our pick here.
Love Mahomes here to get Marquise, but what can you do? Okay.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I would have loved Marquise here, but
Adun says with Seattle, so that's an option. KC, we do have KC, so Marquise wouldn't be a bad pick here, and really no tight ends I'm interested. Or
no, I don't. It's not worth scrolling down.
You like Marquise here?
I like Marquise more than Rome.
Okay.
Look, not all these guys can have 1,000 receiving yards. I'm not anti-Rome. If you want to do it again for the week 17 correlation with Seattle, I completely get it.
Yeah.
But also it's not the end of the world that we got week 17 with Stroud Nico. We got week 16 with Minnesota Seattle going a little bit here. You know, you can pick up a Geno later if we want to stack with DK. I'm good with Marquise there to keep the KC correlation.
Gotcha. Oh my freaking God. My mom sent me some photos.
Oh no. Unless there's got to be an old photo here. I know. It has to be it.
Oh, wait.
Oh my gosh.
Let me email it to myself. I'll pull it up. That's crazy. Oh, there's one of us at. Oh my God, this is crazy. Here, wait. Let me save these. Let me send these to myself. I'll pull them up on stream so everyone can see them. Yeah, I knew there had to be something out there. 100%. There had to be something out there.
Oh, there totally is. I'm sure my mom's got. If my mom were tech savvy enough, she'd be on here dropping photos too. 100% know she would be.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised my mom figured out YouTube. All right, here we go. I think she's on Twitter. I think she's watching on Twitter. Actually, yeah, she's on Twitter.
I think she's on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me pull it here. Let me pull this up right here.
This is where we start cracking into the old stories.
Yeah, I was really ready to kind of just put it to bed and just talk football, but Michelle had to really come in and mess that whole thing up. So okay, let's do this. We're on the clock here though. Let's talk this pick out before we do any of that. I like Kamara. If Kamara falls to us here,
yep.
I love Kamara, so I love that.
I'm a little pessimistic with Jaldi having 0 RBs there, but
yeah, I know, right? Same thing.
Seen crazier things happen. He's got 2 naked quarterbacks. For all I know, he's going to reach down and grab Evan Ingram or something.
All right, Godwin goes. I mean, Jaldi's going to snipe us once more. I can just feel it.
Oh,
no, 100%. Jaldi feels like a Keon team. I think Jaldi wants Keon Coleman right here. I think
we can manifest it.
Jaldi wants Keon. You know, rookie drafted 1 rookie receiver already. Can't resist the upside of a nice Keon Coleman. Tiger wish he could. Let's see here.
He's an auto pick. He just auto picked Mahomes. Oh, it's gonna be Alvin Kamara too.
Is it an auto pick? Oh, I think you're right.
He's on auto pick right now. He auto picked Mahomes, who was top of the board. So it'll be Kamara here. Yep.
That's why we're not getting any freaking value. Okay. Okay. I like JSN here. Yep. Seattle. I think he could. This is literally almost the exact team I drafted last night with the pound. It's funny, but it's fine. I like this team.
Yeah. No, I'm good with JSN. If you I don't know how risky you want to get with Rashee Rice, but I'd rather not reach down. I'd just stick JSN here.
Let's do it. Nice 5 wide receiver start. A little different than the team yesterday because we have Nico and Hollywood Brown. Yeah. I think Hollywood Brown's like my preferred receiver I'm drafting. Like I'd rather if I had to choose gun to my head, it's Hollywood Brown over what's his face? Xavier Worthy for me personally.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not anti Xavier Worthy. I just think we always get excited for whatever rookie comes in as attached to Patrick Mahomes, and the Chiefs had two safety high played on them. What was it, like the second highest rate last year? Mm-hmm. And then when you add an Xavier Worthy and a Hollywood Brown, what are teams going to do? Like play it less? They're probably going to play it more, if not the exact same amount. So I'll take the proven guy over, more of the niche Xavier Worthy. So I'm with you there. Marquise over Xavier Worthy 10 times out of 10.
Right, I'm going to try and pull this up on here. I'm going to see if this works.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
Look at me. Oh my God.
I'm like reading the pamphlet. What were we even doing? Log
Theater. Where are we? Oh, I vaguely remember this.
I don't even remember what show. I've only been to the Log Theater probably 2 times in my life, and one of it was for this photo. So I have like a very, very vague. Whatever you do, don't give Tyler this photo. It is going to be massive blackmail for me later.
All right,
I'll give him a crappy intro when he's gone 1 week, and when I'm gone, he'll pull that photo up on our show and
God,
just sink me.
That is insane, man. That is insane. That's crazy that photo exists.
Oh, and there's so many more. There's so many more too.
Yeah, no, yeah, there definitely is. Okay, when you first followed me on Twitter, the first thing I did, because it unlocked a memory. Do you remember that YouTube channel that we used to do? The basketball videos, like we did. Dude, I was trying to find it. I could not find it. I was like, dude, I need to find, like, we had like that best shots basketball video
Yes.
like we made, like that montage. Like I was trying to find it and I couldn't find it. So I was really pissed about that. I looked up the channel because it was called
Wencl HD. Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Wow.
Dude,
okay, now you just locked about 3 more memories there.
Dude, I think Joey had that channel. He must have deleted that shit. So
I was gonna say, I definitely think Joey probably did something with that.
Oh my god, crazy. Oh, let's get to some football stuff. James is in here. I got Kelsey last week, a good 16 picks after ADP around 9:30. To see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what
I'm going live 9:00 tonight to do it.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe I will.
There we go. Let me get the overlay back on there. Yeah, no, I'm serious, dude. It's plus EV to draft that night. I'm 100% serious.
What I like about how we built this team so far, though, I mean, we're looking at the running backs coming up. It's like literally just a straight shot of running backs on running backs on running backs. So, 4 could go here in the next 4 picks, or 3 could go. No, I guess 4 with including fantasy football is fun on the clock.
Yeah,
4 could go in the next 4 picks.
Anthony,
could it be more obvious who is who?
Because you were 2 grades ahead of me, right? 2, 3. You graduated high school.
I graduated 2016 high school.
Yeah, I was 2018, so 2 years ahead of me. That makes sense. Yep. Gotcha. All right.
Who do you like out of this running back range here?
Oh yeah, good question, man. I like Zamir. I wish he wasn't priced like this. 80, like.
Oh my gosh, I know.
But he's kind of a value right now, though. We could justify. We don't have any New Orleans. That's week 17.
I know. That's what I was.
Najee for the week 17 would make sense.
That's where I'm leaning. Yeah, especially if I prefer Jalen Warren to him, but obviously Jalen Warren already off the board. So I'm good with Najee. Pair that with the week 17 Pacheco.
Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. There we go. Oh, did I just see Najee had I was like looking at the news.
Had a note on there, yeah.
Yeah, like looking at. Oh, I already know what it is because I saw it. It's gonna say, I'm gonna click on it and it's gonna say shredded down best shape of his life tweet. Dropping weight for contract season. That's what it is. I love the best.
Best shape of his life in the contract year. Deserving of another one.
I love it when it's best shape of their life, but they're like, it's like a running back who's 30. That's my favorite.
Right. It's like, that's great. As if you haven't been in better shape when you're 24 and you just didn't realize it.
Yeah, right. Like Austin Eckler, I promise you, clip this and ship it, boys. Austin Eckler is going to come out with a quote. I'm in the best shape of my life. And 100%. Camp, he's definitely going to do it. I promise you.
Age 29 season, fresh off of his worst year in the last 2-3 years. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All those pull up Tyler's, all those Zekes. That's 100%. That's Austin Eckler this year. 100%. Book it.
100%. Yeah. There's no backfield on this like on Underdog right now that's more closely priced than Eckler and Brian Robinson. Like they literally go back to back. If we look down here, they literally go back to back. Yeah. So who are you clicking between those two? Because I have a lean.
Yeah, I lean Brian Robinson. I'm going touchdowns there. We can count up all the receptions we want, but as long as Jane Daniels is the quarterback, I'll take the guy who's going to get the rushing touchdowns. And I don't want either. I'll be perfectly honest. I'd rather just go down to Tyjae Spears in that range, honestly. If I got to pick one, gun to my head, it's probably going to be Brian Robinson. Goodness, don't know why that escaped me.
Okay. We're still looking for a tight end here. We could go Bowers, or we could push it. I don't mind pushing it either if there's another player that we'd like. Connor's falling. Mostert was in your video I saw, so I know you like Mostert.
Big Mostert guy. Given the injury risk, though, I'm never opposed to somebody just saying I'd rather not. But there's no higher potential in this Miami offense. But if there's like a better correlation in this range, I'd rather lean that route.
Do you like Bowers at all?
I'm not a huge year one tight end guy, but I'm not opposed to him there. Considering again, you scroll down the board and just we could push until Dalton Schultz if you want. Yeah,
we could do that as well. I've drafted a good amount of Bowers already. I think I drafted Bowers yesterday. You want to go Mostert here? Let's just do it. I mean, upside pick. I mean, he had
big fan of
20 touchdowns last season. 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm not going to say he's not going to score 20 again this year, but again,
he also doesn't have to. He's going in the 9th round, so.
Right. I brought it up in my video. You're already getting him at a running back 3 price, and all you need from him to pay off at this ADP is to give you alternating weeks of 15 plus.
Yep.
And that's all you need him to pay off at ADP.
Stay healthy. He pays off his price.
Well, yeah. And golly, protect your knees and ankles, please. Let Devon Achane carry the load a little bit more, even though he can't stay fully healthy either. But again, I just there's so much potential in that offense. I don't know how we can get away with robbery at running back 29 with Mostert.
Yeah. Zap says, have you looked at your big board or little board week 16, 17 stacks? I haven't yet, honestly. Maybe I shouldn't go in there and put some emoji in there. I just saw lightning. Also, too, if the stream cuts out, it's because there's a thunderstorm going on outside, or it's about to happen. And if my stream goes out, Lucas's stream is probably going on as well, considering we live probably.
Well, I was gonna say, it's not like one of us can keep it alive or go in here. We're both toast.
Yeah, we're both dead. So, Adam says Benson should not go in front of Connor. Benson over Connor.
Drafted in front of Connor?
Me as well. Huh?
Did he get drafted in front of Connor here?
He must have.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's nuts. For a guy who couldn't be more locked into a running back 2 role this year, that makes 0 sense to me.
I will say, I think the only the defense for Trey Benson going over Connor would be when you need Connor the most, which would be in the playoff weeks. Trey Benson could take over that backfield by then, or James Conner could be hurt because he doesn't have the best injury history. He got hurt last year. He did kill it down toward the stretch. I think he was a huge Week 17 guy last year. Was he not? I think he was.
James Conner was a league winner last year. I believe final 4 weeks of the season, he was a top 7 back for sure, if not top 5.
Exactly. So here, let me fact check this. This is a big thing on our show where I'll say something and then I'm like, I think that's right. I'm almost positive that's right, and then it never is. So I want to make sure. Okay.
It's the only reason why I do my channel, the Fantasy Football Fellas, with those two, just so they can fact check me on my.
Yeah, I'll just
not because we're friends and we all enjoy it, but because I need somebody live to fact check me.
Dude, I will just say something, and I'm like, there was one example the other day. I think it was I was like, dude, Greg Dortch had a couple nice games last season, and then I looked at his game log, and it's I think he had one game where he had over 9 fantasy points.
Right.
It was 11. I was
12, and you're
not even close to being right. So I was
the one week where he on everybody's waiver wire pickups then, and it's oh yeah, that one good week, and he never performed again.
Yeah, literally. So I don't know, man. Okay, 2 picks away here. Let's see. We're good on quarterback for the moment. No Jacksonville. Yeah. We don't need this Tua thing here. Running backs, though, Singletary is a name that I don't mind.
I don't mind it either.
Chase Brown as well. I'm a huge Tyjae Spears slappy. We could
Tyjae Spears, you're singing to my heart here.
You want to go Tyjae here?
Nothing would make me more happy right now.
Let's do it, man.
I don't understand the whole Tony Pollard 13 running backs earlier and 2 rounds earlier. I don't understand that whatsoever. When I think Tyjae Spears might actually be the better running back at this point. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. But I was Josh Norris over at Underdog. He was saying, Tyjae Spears, absolute steal here. And Hayden Winks was also saying, this is a guy who literally by mid-year could literally just be the 1A in this backfield. So
100%.
To throw a dart on that as running back 4. What's your policy this year on running back 4, running back 5 builds? How many do you have of 5 running backs? How many do you have of 4? Because I feel like with a running back room like this, with Raheem Mostert, maybe I do go 5. But with a running back room where I take 4 in the first 10 rounds, I'm almost very comfortable just kind of punting the position from there on out.
Yeah, I think it's interesting you bring up the running back 4 thing because I rarely go 4 running backs. If I'm going if I have to start the first 5 rounds with 3 running backs, maybe the first 6 rounds with 3 running backs, then I'm probably going 4 RBs. But I'm almost exclusively always going at least 5. I feel like I rarely go 6. But when you start with Pacheco and then Najee, this is this is definitely at least a 5 RB build. If it's a guy that I like, I mean, there's some nice value like getting Algier where he goes. I love drafting Tyler Algier, not even just because I'm a Falcons fan, but I just think he has so much contingent upside if anything ever happens to Bijan. It's just I don't know. Tyler's in here. Yo, what's up, bitches? Respectfully. My policy on RBs is the same as my songs. Only bangers.
That's a good logic.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Zap. I agree. I 100% agree. Okay. Oh, Devin's taking a little fall here. Schultz goes, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world.
God, I was gonna say this is about the range I'd be looking at, Schultz.
There is some tight ends that I just love drafting in rounds like 16. So I'm not even opposed to that. This is definitely.
I was gonna say I'm fine drafting one and drafting two more in the final 2 rounds and just shotgunning it later on.
Yeah. Okay.
Tucker Kraft's a big one, especially with this build. When you get the Minnesota Seattle 16 correlation, you throw Green Bay in there for a little bit of 17 correlation as well.
Yep.
Big Rashid Shaheed guy. If you're looking at those two, big Rashid Shaheed guy. Where's Cameron? Is Cameron still in the live? He and I debated who's better, Rashid Shaheed or Pop Douglas. Rashid Shaheed.
I mean, I think you'd win that argument just based on the current ADP. Pop Douglas is like I drafted Pop Douglas like the 18th round a couple times. Like he's going, yeah, 7 rounds later than what Shaheed's going, or where we at least just got him right here. So
right. I think he's probably the safest bet out of that Patriots wide receiver room. They're one of my favorites. If I'm like looking for a late round stack that could potentially cash this year, I don't mind doing a Drake May, Javon Baker, Jalen Polk, Pop Douglas, throwing a dart on 1 or 2 of those guys late round if I need to. But I'm a big fan of Rashid Shaheed there. One of my favorite values. Because again, he's a guy who's going to give you 15 probably 3 times this year, and he'll crack your flex spot, which is just huge if you have a down week at wide receiver.
He went off in I think it was week 16 last year, whatever that Rams game, that Thursday night Rams game. He had a big week, I remember from that. So he's just a guy who can, we had some of those clips come out during the season last year where it's like I'm throwing to you, like just you run past. I'm gonna throw you the ball, like design stuff for Shaheed. Right. And now coming as the wide receiver 2 in this offense, gonna have a little bit more of a role. I mean, Michael Thomas didn't play that much last season anyway, but I do like, we kind of talked about it with the Seattle offense, getting the OC. I think the Saints are a team that could heavily benefit from Kubiak coming in there, changing some stuff up. I'm really interested to see how they use Taysom Hill this season, because it's always been like, I believe Carmichael was like a Peyton disciple, so they were kind of like in that lockstep there. I wonder if Taysom Hill is still going to be, a goal line merchant for like Kendre and Kamara and things to that effect. Like Jawan Johnson, I think it's a fun name to take a little later. Tight end, we should probably have on our radar here.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Cole Kmet is there, I think we snag him. Tight end, we go for that week 17 Seattle correlation.
100%.
That's kind of my first thought. And then, I mean, for a guy to throw darts on late round, I think Juwan Johnson, absolutely. I've drafted a nice little share of him. I've gone a little bit of a New Orleans stack if I pick up Olave early, grab Shaheed and grab a Derek Carr with one of my last picks to get that stack. If I don't get Shaheed, Juwan Johnson, I'm a fan. Yeah, Taysom Hill's fascinating though. I never have any clue what they're going to do with him, but it's even more unclear now this year. Is he going to throw? Is he going to run? Is he going to actually catch passes like a normal tight end with his designation? I don't know. I'm curious to see what Clint does with him.
Yeah, well, now he's designated as a quarterback, which kind of sucks because I would love to draft him Taysom Hill.
I know. So. That duality was easily the biggest cheat code in fantasy. We talk about mobile quarterbacks, but man, that was huge for the tight end position. But
about rushing tight ends.
Yeah, right. Hey, bingo. Right.
All right. 2 picks away here. I mean, probably Kmet here. I have to chill on my Leggett hype. I would draft him here. We need a tight end. I think we go. You think Kmet here?
Yeah, I'm good with Kmet there.
Cool. Yeah, we need to slow down. So Tajay Spears, and just for Bestball Mania right now, Tajay Spears and Xavier Leggett are my most drafted players. 46% on each through 13 drafts. So that's what I can click on it now because Underdog is 6 shares of each. 6 out of 13 teams I've drafted both of those players. So
big Leggett guy. Were you?
I love Leggett. Love him.
So is it more of the personality thing? Is it more of the talent? I think he's got like, I hate using like the dog meter, but like, I think he's got some dog in him.
Yep.
I wasn't thrilled. I know he had some stuff going on in college. I wasn't thrilled with the 5th year breakout, obviously, but I'm like, how do you balance in life crisis and just the fact that he just didn't get on the football field and played special teams, but then was an absolute monster 5th year. So is it more of like a talent thing, a situation thing? Like what's your love for Leggett there?
It's kind of a mixture of 3 things. So Tyson, if you're still in here, Tyson DM'd me, actually DM'd me like a week ago. I forgot to respond, but he DM'd me, why do you like Leggett so much? And on the way to work this morning, I sent him a 2-minute long Twitter voice memo, just in the DMs, me and him, of why I love Leggett so much. So I'll pretty much just reiterate the same thing here. I just think first, he was a mega producer this year. I know the red flags of the first 4 years. There was some family stuff there. He got in a motorcycle accident. There's some stuff there too. COVID probably didn't help as well. So again, if I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but I'm making excuses for him. And this season, though, he produced more than almost every other wide receiver in this class. The only receivers he did not produce were Neighbors, Adunze, and Troy Franklin. He outproduced Marvin Harrison this year, like in the SEC too. It's not like he did this at Western Kentucky, who I love Malachi Corley, but he didn't do this at a small mid-major school. He did it in the SEC at South Carolina, and he was the focal point of that offense. And I think my belief is at the very worst, he's a size speed guy. He's the only deep threat Carolina has, and he's Gabe Davis. But he goes 2 rounds after Gabe Davis. Okay, let's pick here, then I'll continue this rant. Tight ends here. Sinnett's too. I love Sinnett. He's too high for me.
Love Sinnett, but yeah, I can't do it at ADP.
Round 13. Quinton's route receptions perception thing came out today, which I wasn't a fan of. I like Ty Chandler, to be honest. I really like Ty Chandler.
Yep, fire away.
Quarterbacks, Baker, no Tampa Bay.
Baker, Deshaun. I think we can wait until Geno.
Yeah, that's fine.
Come back to snag Geno.
Okay, yeah. Let me put the period on this Leggett thing. But so he, at the very worst, he's Gabe Davis, in my opinion, because he's just like a deep threat. He's the only deep threat in Carolina. Thielen's not beating anyone deep. Deontay's not really a deep threat either. Chark is gone. Mingo, he's dust. And people, I think that's why people hate him so much, because they want to compare. It's like, oh, this is Jonathan Mingo all over again. Look at the numbers, dude. Jonathan Mingo had 800 yards in his final season. Yeah. I think Leggett had 1,500 this year. It's not even in the same ballpark in terms of producing in college. Leggett is that guy. Plus, the Dave Canales factor. Fancy Dogs chimes in here. Yep. Dave Canales factor is something we've talked at lengths about on this show before. So I don't. It's like, you see where Pearsall goes. Pearsall's buried. Gosh, yeah. Where's Pearsall? He went. But he didn't go before. He went before Xavier Leggett. And Pearsall is the wide receiver 3. Pretty much the wide receiver 4 if you account Kittle and McCaffrey. He's
McCaffrey,
the fifth option on San Francisco, who runs the least 11 amount of personnel in the entire league. Leggett's if he it's just a good player, he could be the wide receiver 1 in Carolina. I'm not necessarily predicting that, but there's I would say a decent chance, probably a 30% chance that he could just be the best receiver in Carolina. I just truly believe that. So I'm going to scoop up this 12th round value. I'm taking him over Brandon Cooks, Josh Downs. And I like Josh Downs, but it's just, the upside's there. The weekly upside is there regardless, but I can't say more good things about Leggett. And because we talked about him, we might as well just hit the clip.
I'm really excited my whole time, and I really trying to hold my tears in for real, man. I told my folks I wasn't going to crack out. I was trying to be tough guy. But, man, I was really over excited.
There we go.
Absolutely love that clip. That's a phenomenal clip. I will say, if there's one late round stack that I'm willing to target this year that could potentially make a difference in winning the tournament, like we saw that with Houston last year, right? Houston's kind of the late round. I guess I'll throw some darts on these guys stack. Dave Canales in Carolina now, I think he could turn Bryce Young around. You get enough value on Xavier Leggett late. You can pick up an Adam Thielen late if you drafted Deontay earlier. One of my favorite, late round stacks to target that could, potentially make a massive difference. I think they get the Cardinals week 16. I don't remember who they get week 17, but Tampa Bay week 17. So I love both of those, where it's could quietly be an offense that actually makes a difference. Once you get to the finals.
Mm-hmm. Tyson's in here. What's going on, Tyler? Doing a BBM at 7. Yes. So we actually, I should open the show with this, but me, Bindles, and Bestball Guy all launched a channel. We named it the Super Stack Bros, little Smash Bros Brawl theme kind of thing going on there.
No memories.
We played a ton of Smash Bros.
Golly, that's all we played.
Yeah, it's all we played. Kirby, down B.
Down B.
So we got that going on. That's at 8 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. Central. We are going live on that stream. So make sure you come hang out with us there. That's going to be an absolute blast. We are about to be on the clock here. And we got some guys, these rookie receivers. We got running backs. We don't have any Cleveland. So no Deshaun stacks really. Who are the quarterbacks? We could go Geno. Okay, who do you think in here? I think we can push Geno. Hopefully we can get him later at the next pick, because it's.
I think you know who I want here.
Oh, Burton.
I'm a big Jermaine Burton guy.
That's good.
We have no correlation to Cincinnati whatsoever, but I love his profile. If it weren't for the attitude, we're talking about a guy who's potentially, top 6 wide receiver in this class.
Yeah. And we're done at running back too, so we might as well just go receiver.
100%. Yeah, and again, we're getting to that point where, we can pick up another quarterback and fire away at a couple more tight ends. But yeah, Jermaine Burton, you look at Cincinnati, they ran 3 wide receiver sets, third highest rate last year. I don't think that's going to change as long as Zach Taylor is still around. You get the T. Higgins trade if that comes around at any point. I think he'll be a Cincinnati Bengal this year, but it's the hidden upside that you can get at what wide receiver 72 he's going off the board as. That Luke McCaffrey, the wide receiver 3 with Jaden Daniels, Michael Wilson, who's much better against zone than he is against man, who now has Marv and Trey McBride there. There's so much more upside there with Jermaine Burton, and I love the talent too. He's for your Xavier Legette, he's like my Xavier Legette when I'm looking at this round of best ball drafts.
Love it. Yeah, he got great draft capital. Middle of that third round, kind of. I think earlier than a lot of people thought. If we would have polled everyone and said who's going first, Troy Franklin or Jermaine Burton, I think Troy Franklin would have. I mean, Troy Franklin was a 9th round pick in pre-draft best ball. He was going high. I drafted a lot of Troy Franklin because I was people are overreacting to the combine. Apparently the NFL teams weren't. So
that one's I still scratching my head on that one. I don't fully understand that, but
maybe people is Oregon just a Mickey Mouse offense? That's kind of what people were talking about. Just kind of like that Tennessee part of it, where it's it's not real. It's not real life. That's why everyone was so down on Hendon Hooker. I have faith in Hendon Hooker, dude. I swear to God, that guy's gonna be good. But he's not gonna be good on the Lions because Jared Goff just got an absolute bag. What do you get? $50 million a year, but it's what's the alternative? You got to do it. You don't want to be a perennial loser again. You just got to do it. It's just
100%.
It's like when Jaylen Brown signed for basketball folks out there. When Jaylen Brown signed the highest contract in NBA history, it's Jaylen Brown's not probably a top 15 player, but it's
what are you gonna do? Not pay him? Yeah,
exactly. What are you gonna do? Okay.
Can't push him anymore.
Yeah, Gino right there. I do want to get a BBM with Gino and instead of Gino, I do want to get a Sam Howell one. Definitely want to get a Sam Howell one.
Mixing a Sam Howell if Gino gets sat mid-year. Ryan Grubb can figure out what to do with Gino. All right, Sam, get in there. We'll see if this works with you.
Did you know Sam Howell was the QB 9 in average points per game last year?
When Washington is throwing the ball, I think they threw the ball 41 times per game or something like that.
Yeah.
Checks out. He terrible in the NFL, but you know what? If you're chucking the ball 41 times a game, it's if you put Nick Mullins in there the entire year, he probably could have finished close to the top 12 if you really wanted him to. But he also, the wheels fell off at the end of the year for Sam Howell too.
Yeah, I should probably pay the bills right here, so give me 2 seconds, folks. If you're watching live right now, make sure you hit the like, hit the sub. At 600 subscribers, I believe when I checked this morning, we were at 530. So at 600 subs, we're doing a 24-hour live stream of just drafting. Different stuff planned for that, theme drafts, a bunch of guests. We'll probably get Lucas on for that. I'll make him come on. So
I'm gonna say you better have me on for that. I'm down.
We're definitely gonna do a 24-hour live stream. So make sure you sub, hit the bell, all that fun jazz. We draft every day on this channel. I don't know what would have to happen for me not to draft a single day, but like I said, we've drafted every single day since BBM launch. I plan on getting to, my goal was 100. I hit 50 consecutive live streams right before the NFL draft, so I want to get to 100 this summer, but we'll see if it happens, obviously. But 600 subs, 24-hour live stream, but before September 1st. That's the deadline I have on it. So, but I think we should get there. The pace we're on now, I kind of just genuinely want to do a 24-hour live stream anyway. I think that'd just be fun. So go do that.
A ton of fun. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Bills are paid.
Love it. Yeah, sub to the man, please.
Okay. Yeah, I like this team, man. We got a really kind of a fun build. Literally, we're kind of weak at tight end, but that's fine. It's like I said,
I'm fine shotgunning tight ends at the end. I've learned to become so comfortable with that, where if I draft an elite one early, again, you punt in, you draft one later. But at this rate, I'm fine just shotgunning. A Tucker Kraft, but Juwan Johnson isn't on the board anymore. But taking a couple of those guys where it's all you got to do is have a handful of good weeks, and they outscore Cole Kmet.
I really dislike drafting the mid-tier tight end. So after Ingram, I'm maybe Njoku's an exception to that.
Njoku's in there for me.
Yeah, I don't like Ferguson. I don't have enough Ferguson. I think it's just a guy I'm not I'd be shocked if I have 2 shares of Ferguson over the 300 drafts I've already done. Like I have no Jake Ferguson. It's not even. I think I like the other guys in this range too much to draft Ferguson at this price. 7th round first, and just it's crazy to say, especially when Ingram's in the 7th round too. I love Ingram too much, but I don't draft Goddard. I'll take some shots on Burton or on Bowers, excuse me. Hawkinson's scary because of the injury. Schultz, no. Kmet usually not. Pat Fryermuth's kind of like when I'll get back in because I think he could have a real role, but yeah.
I'm 100% with you. And the reason why I don't have any Dalton Schultz is because I don't have anybody to correlate him with, because when you're going Dak, when you go CD, you want to go Dak. I mean, that's going to be dynamic this year. But the problem is you got to reach on Dak, and then by the time it comes back to your pick with CD Lamb, with how early CD Lamb goes, Dalton Schultz is already gone, or you're going to have to reach a whole round and a half on him, which just is not smart drafting. Yeah, I see Adam saying Fant. What do you think about Noah Fant here? I know we got a lot of Seattle. It's kind of the chalk pick there. We need tight ends though.
Oh, Noah Fant's my 3rd most drafted player in BBM.
Oh, that's what I love to hear. All right. I'm like, I was sneaky a believer in Noah Fant when he came out with TJ Hawkinson. I thought TJ Hawkinson was the better tight end. Turns out I was correct there. But Noah Fant is a guy, if I got a secret under the table, something I can't quit, I think it's Noah Fant. I have a tight end that I can't quit every year. It's typically been Mo Alley Cox, but then Mo Alley Cox has just been non-existent. They drafted Jelani Woods, but I think Noah Fant's become that guy for me where I'm a believer. I don't think I'm going to quit him if he's one of these tight ends I'm going to shotgun late in drafts.
I am on record saying that Noah Fant will be a player that I have 30% or more exposure to across this best ball season. I've done the rant before for people who have been around a while. I do this every time I draft him, but it's the offense coming in like we talked about with DK, but there's also little things with Fant where they didn't have to re-sign him. New coaching staff coming in, they didn't have to re-sign him. And not only did they re-sign him, they gave him $10.5 million a year, which
that's not nothing.
I couldn't believe they gave him that much. And he's going to be involved in this offense. Like we said, more 11. Colby Parkinson is gone. Will Dissly gone. 12 personnel gone. Noah Fant's going to be, I think, much more of a pass catcher. He still has, that athletic upside that we've seen flash from time to time during his time in Seattle. I just think he's more involved in this offense. And I can't rave, especially the 16th round. I'm willing to take a chance on 16th round Noah Fant at I might even get up to 40% exposure. That's how much I love this pick right here. So I cannot get enough of Noah Fant. I'll to the moon with Noah Fant. And I've never been in on him before. I've never really been a Noah Fant guy in the past. This is the first year where I'm really kind of getting into it, but the upside is there to be had with Noah Fant. So
absolutely.
Okay, let's see here. We probably 2 QBs. You think we're good with Stroud and Geno here? You want to go 3?
I'm good. I'm not excited about a Drake May or Bryce Young just for the sake of drafting them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if there's any later round guys we can correlate. Devontae Walker, if we want to go week 17 with Seattle, Tucker Kraft. I feel like any guy that, any tight end we want will be there. I'll leave it up to you though. I'm content with.
How do you feel about a little Fields?
I'll sprinkle if you're willing to sprinkle. I've been trying to figure out the risk I want to take on which Pittsburgh quarterback it's going to be. If we got Najee there, we got the week 17 with KC. I'm not opposed to it. I've been too chicken to do it.
This is my first Field share, so in BBM at least. So
proud to be here for it.
Yeah, so it's fun to do because it's just and I said this yesterday too. It's is Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, is Justin Fields the first backup quarterback ever to go ahead of the guy who's already been named the starter in a fantasy draft?
Right.
Last year, you could make the argument Trey Lance before the NFL draft was going ahead of Brock Purdy, but that's neither one was named the starter. Russell Wilson's named the starter. You know what? Justin Fields has a higher ADP because it's if Russell Wilson plays bad, Justin Fields is going down the stretch. You're going to be happy if I think Bestball guy says this all the time. Where you're staring down the barrel, you're in week 17, and you have Justin Fields and he's starting quarterback. That's just, you feel a lot better about your team and the upside of your quarterback room with him. So, take him in, his price was weird for a while where it took him a while to really fall down draft boards, but in the 16th round here, or we got him in the 17th round pick. I'm more than fine taking a couple shots on Justin Fields. Cause if you do advance him, plus we have the Pittsburgh KC thing too. We do have some Pittsburgh on our team. It just makes sense. This feels like the team. If we're going to draft Justin Fields, this would be the team to do it.
I'm glad you brought up Pittsburgh. Well, actually, I'm maybe not as happy because I realized I let my Jermaine Burton love get the best of me because Roman Wilson was on the board there too. And I saw you hovering over him, and I'm like, no, you know who we should pick here. And I'm like, nope. I forget for a minute that we have the KC Pittsburgh. So there we go. That when I get excited about a player, I let it get the best of me sometimes. But I'm good with that because I mean, Russell Wilson might not make it 5 weeks. Let's be honest. Like, I'm not going to rule out the possibility, Arthur Smith, cans him 5 weeks into the season and pulls, a Desmond Ridder to Taylor Heineke kind of thing like he did last year. So I don't think I'm not going to have, I might have 5 shares of Fields max, but it'll only be to get my exposure there if he does come out and, smash in the second half of the season with his rushing upside.
I normally don't go 3 quarterbacks and 3 tight ends on the roster really ever, but we have receivers. Like, our receivers are great. Our 5th receiver's JSN, so I feel fine about that. Our running back room is locked up. I feel good about this. I think this is a team where we just go tight end. And you mentioned Tucker Kraft is a name I like. There's one name that I am sneaky in on, and it's going to sound gross, but I'm just going to cue him up here. Zach Ertz.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm telling you, man. I think he is. Somebody said it in the I produced all of Matt Kelly shows. So somebody said in the comments were like, it was Alan Sosowski actually who said it on stream. He kind of just like holds all these other tight ends off, like rookie tight ends, like we saw with Trey McBride. We saw it with Dallas Goedert in Philly. Like, he relinks with Cliff Kingsbury. The last time him and Kingsbury were in the same offense, he was like the tight end 4 in average points per game. I get it. He's old. He is another year removed from the ACL. But I will go Tucker Kraft here because we have the Minnesota thing, so it just makes more sense. Plus, especially in the 18th round. But Zach Ertz is just a name I kind of want to talk about on stream because I do think he's more than viable in the 18th round. Especially like people love Sinnott. Sinnott could just be a fullback. Who knows, man? Who knows what they're going to do Sinnott? So
we talked about Sinnott at ADP earlier. I mean, we're talking about 19 tight ends after Ben Sinnott. You can get the actual starting tight end for the Washington Commanders. I mean, I was going to see if Tyler was still here because he is, for my tight end of, my secret under the table, I can't quit, my tight end every year. His is 100% Zach Ertz. He is by far the biggest out of the 3 of us on him out of the fellas. But no, I mean, I'm with you. If I get Jane Daniels, I'm targeting a Terry McLaurin. Obviously, I'm obviously looking at a Jahan Dotson, but I am skipping over Ben Sinnott and I am taking Zach Ertz with my last pick because I do think he's going to be Jane Daniels' best friend off rip. And like you said, there is a proven track record of him holding off better rookie tight ends than Ben Sinnott. That's all there is to it.
100%. I'm looking for this Super Stack Bros channel so I can link it in the chat. Oh wait, it's not on. Never mind. It's not on. We're streaming tonight. It's on Bindles' channel because we just made the channel today. So we have to stream on Bindles' channel. But that's fine. Okay, let me refresh this here. So I want to show you this though because this is the draft I did with the Pound last night. It is kind of funny. Like, we have JJ, we do have DK on this team too. And we had, is that it? And Najee Harris. Those are the 3 teams. So it's a very similar team, but it's different in a lot of ways too. So if I don't name it right after I draft it, I will forget to name it and it'll be pissed. Draft.
I've got to do such a better job at naming my drafts. And it sucks because I do so many by myself. And I'm like, wait, what's that one team where I I got this one stack. I wanted to go back and see how I did it. I'm like, oh, okay, now I got to click through literally every single one. So
if you want to see my Bestball exposure, I'll just leak them right here real quick. Here we go. This is what they look like. Bestball Mania.
I love that. Tajay Spears, number 1. That music. Javon Baker.
He should. This should be.
Javon. I got a ton of Javon Baker.
Yeah, there we go. Now he's at 50 because this is 14 teams. So he's the number 1 undisputed most drafted player across my Bestball Mania teams. But let's break down our team really quick here.
Yep.
Let's do it here. So we got.
The rain is pouring down outside.
Yeah, I know, right? It's oh my god, it's dark out there. I saw lightning too. I was kind of scared. That was like just power line, boom, out. But okay, so we got Stroud stacked up with Nico. The only Houston thing we got, but that's fine. Gino stacked up with DK, JSN, and Noah Fan, which I love. Justin Fields stacked up with some Pittsburgh guys, Najee, and then we got Pacheco, Najee, Mostert, Spears, Chandler, Minnesota, Jefferson, Nico, DK, Marquise, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Rashid Shaheed, Jermaine Burton, Komet, Fant, and Kraft. So there we go. Hey man, thanks for coming on, dude. Let the people know where you can find you, what you got going on. do all your plugs right now.
I appreciate it. Yeah, Fantasy Football Fellas, you can find us over there. We everything from shorts to podcasts, hour-long podcasts to I just posted a video today, my 7 favorite players to take in Bestball Mania right now. 15-minute video, easy watch. You can find us over there. Draft guide coming out June 1st. We're statting out all 32 teams. So if you're a redraft fan, I don't proclaim to be a best ball expert. I am just a best ball enthusiast. So we don't have as much best ball content in terms of draft guide. But if you're into redraft, draft guide coming out June 1st. So you can be looking for that.
Hell yeah. Go give them a follow, go give them a sub, and we'll have to do this again. My channel, your channel, doesn't matter to me. We gotta keep this ship going. Maybe every time you come on, we'll pull out a new picture of us.
That'll be the promise to the people, right?
Every time we do a stream together, we'll just pull out a new picture of us, and we'll keep the bit going. So, man, super fun.
Man.
Thanks for hopping on, and we'll see you later.